Hey there guys, Dave here with Affordable Door and Gate. It's the weekend and I just got back from actually having a very fun time with my family at the park, and I've been having this generator sit in my garage for a couple days now, and so I wanted to do a little review on it in case maybe you guys are looking into doing like a Honda generator. I don't remember the model. I'll know when I open it up. I just told the wife to make sure she orders one exactly like the one we had before. The only reason we actually ended up getting rid of the one that we had is I sold it to one of my employees, and just to make sure that we were updating things, because I like to make sure that in the business we try to improve on things. And since it's not always me out in the field touching things, maybe the spark plug gets old in it and it's just not running right. The machine ran great. I had it for probably about maybe 5 years with no problems. It was flawless. The thing worked just great. But I do know it's getting older, so I decided to get a new one. I really thought about going to a 3000, but it's going to be heavier. So I'm going to open this up. You can take a look at it, and that way if you're thinking about buying a generator for your business, maybe this will help you guys just understand the product a little bit better. Let's get started. So this one came from Amazon, and I think it was right about $1,000. So they're not cheap, but do remember you get what you pay for. All right, let's open this up. Tell some gibberish, and let's take a look here. I feel like you guys got to come a little closer. So it looks like it's got the little Honda badging on it. Best way to do it. Just tear it open. So let's see, must be the Honda, the EU 2200. For some reason I thought the last one was maybe a 2000. I could be wrong with that. Okay. This. Another helpful tip, if you're going to, you should always keep the owner's manual. I got a drawer that I throw all my owner's manual into. The reason why, I never used to be a believer in saving the owner's manual. I used to just toss them. The reason being is not to figure out how to operate it, because they're pretty self-explanatory. Put gas in, oil, start, choke, everything a growing boy needs to know. But anyways, if you ever need parts, that's the big thing. If you ever need parts, this will be specific to this, and you can order them online, eBay, wherever you gotta go. But keep the manual. Very important. Helpful little tip. Looks pretty similar to the other one. Oh. You're gonna be good to me, right? You're gonna take care of me. So that's basically it. Let's see, this tire, whatever, yada yada. Front, basically have your 115. You have your eco to throttle it up or down. Pretty similar to my old one. Got your fuel that goes up on top here. You even got a little. Let's go over this bad boy here. Get you an up close in person. It's got a little strainer down there, which is very helpful when you're out in the field. Dust, particles, that way they don't get down in there. Be your choke. Got your pull cord, your on and off switch. Basically your exhaust out the back. Nothing too fancy. So, something that I learned from watching another YouTube video is that there's something different between the generator and an inverter. I don't know exactly what that is, but I tell you what, this guy won't fry things. That's one thing I do know. Let me give you a little story. At my shop when we were first moving in, I had a blue, I don't remember what brand it was, generator that we bought from Menards. And that generator actually fried all the lights, all the fluorescent, those tube looking lights, you know, in our shop. Just fried them. I put them up, they were only about 2 weeks old. It zapped all of them. So I ended up taking them all back. Menards was very gracious to basically refund my money, and I could never understand what happened. But what I believe happened was that the generator is not stable. The electricity that goes through it spikes, does weird things. This Honda, I would trust to run my laptop off of it. Now what I do is I wait till the thing's up and running, and then I put my load on it, so I plug something in. I don't do it when I'm starting it up and anything like that, because the voltage might not be right when it's first starting up, when it's chugging up. So I always make sure it's running, then I plug something in, or I turn the power on or whatever. But I've used these on many garage door openers to set them in the field. I've had very good luck with them. They're very reliable. They do a great job, and you can buy generators probably for $300-400 from Harbor Freight. But all my guys, I believe they love this thing. This is always what they go for. This is what they always grab. Nobody wants to grab the bigger one or the junkier one. They always grab the Honda. So that's why I got another one of these, and I hope we get many years of great service out of it. I don't know if they put oil in it from the factory. Honda's a pretty smart company. I don't know if they can actually legally ship it with fluid in it. Oh, it's telling you right here. It says no oil in engine, which I totally understand. I cannot be upset about that. So, luckily, I know how to do it. Man, huh? I got a little drain tube in it now. They upgraded. That's cool. I think it's probably for the oil when you drain it. Nope, it's like the overflow. Oh, they got their oil thing a lot bigger too, which is fine. So it appears that there is engine oil in here. All right, so here we go. Now, there's probably somebody out there that's going to have to comment, say you're not supposed to use this and that, but I always like to add something that's either a little extra additive. It either has zinc in it. It doesn't appear this says better than zinc. Reason being is that our new oils don't have a lot of, they're basically missing zinc in them. And that zinc is what helps when the motor first starts up to keep the coating on things. The reason I hear that they're not doing it in the oils that much anymore is because it plugs up the catalytic converters. So I add a little bit because this doesn't have a catalytic converter on it that I know of. So I always add just a little bit, not enough to hopefully wreck anything, but just to give her a little extra squirt of something to help her out. Make it last just a little bit longer. So I like to do my additive. Do a little bit of oil here. I use just a 1030. That seems to work in our climate with the heat and stuff. A little bit. I know with my old Honda, about the full level is about where it almost wants to come back out the drain. So, I know I'm not quite there yet. I'm going to keep pouring a little bit more in there. It's not sure that we're there yet. Alright, I can start seeing it, so let's go ahead and check her out. First, just plug her in there, and she's showing a little bit on the dipstick. One thing I'd say that kind of doesn't explain anything is that if you look at the dipstick, there's no like high, low, medium, there's nothing. It's just got like, hello, put me anywhere and I work. So you might as well just kind of get her to the full. There she be. About ready to come out the old dipstick tube there. So I'm going to call that full. You're all snugged up. Clean her back up here. Now something that I like to do, which might be helpful for you guys, I actually like to write the date. I like to know today's date. So what I do, get a little piece of tape. This is just painter's tape. Use anything. I've used duct tape, you name it. Basically just throw it right here on the top. Oops. Get her so she sticks down. And I like to write today's date, which my watch just broke. So now I gotta think of what the date is. It's gotta be close. We'll say 5/5/19. And then I like to say plus zinc. That just lets me know that I add an additive into it. That way if it just blows up, I know that I had something in there that probably didn't belong in there. So now we got some oil. Pop the cover back on here. We're gonna fire this bad boy up. Okay. Like so. Like so. Dad, I don't know if you're ever watching any of my videos, but thanks for the gas can. I sure do appreciate it. Favorite gas can. Just works. Hey, if anybody watching this has any of these gas cans, let me know. I'd be happy to purchase them. I love them. Love them. They don't got no safeties on them. They just work. Look at this. You guys probably never seen one of these. Maybe you're too young. I don't know. It's actually got a little vacuum valve, or whatever you want to call it, bleeder on the back. I know. Shh. Don't tell the government. I know. You guys can't have this. That's why I love these things. All right. Let me see if I can get this to go in there without spilling all over the place. That. Pour some gasoline in there. And by the way, I use non-ethanol. You may think you're buying non-ethanol, but you better make sure, because just because it don't say at the pump, just like here in Michigan, it has ethanol in it. It can have up to, I think it's either 10 or 15% now. So you got to watch that. So I make sure the gas pump I get it from, the gas costs more, but you don't want that ethanol in there because it'll actually, it's like alcohol, and it ruins your seals and stuff inside your motor. So you want to use non-ethanol. This is 100% gasoline. Sounds kind of weird, doesn't it? But that is the truth. And the honest God truth. I use it in all my small engines. Cars aren't so bad because you go through it a lot faster, but small engines where they sit, it actually absorbs water. And it's got something in it that's just not good. I don't know what it is, but I believe them. and I've heard it from numerous of people, and I know my equipment's run good for many years. Okay, looks pretty full. I think kind of what's kind of special about this gas can, this is actually, I wish I had some pictures, but this is actually a gas can that I used to use back on my old Coleman snowmobile. And I told my dad one day, I said, well, I sure wish I had those old gas cans. There's actually two of them. I have another one that's smaller. But Stan Can was the guy that used to make these. And these were just hard to beat. You know what I mean? They worked. And that's what I like. Stuff that just works. Okay, so we gotta turn the vent on. We're gonna see if this puppy will crank up. Warning. Yes, warning is over. Turn our switch to on. Put the choke in a choke position. Oh, didn't do it on the first one. Brand new though. Didn't do it on the second one. Didn't do it on the third. Try the fourth. Nothing on the fourth. Oh, nothing on the fifth. Bam. There you have it. I'm guessing in the manual somewhere it tells you to probably actually let that thing run for maybe 24 hours or something like that, or 5 hours. I'm gonna check the manual out. My guess is what it tells you somewhere in there that you have to let it run before you put a load on it. So I'll do that, because if it goes back to my shop, more likely my workers aren't gonna let that happen. They're just gonna put it right to use. And I don't wanna break a $1,000 piece of equipment. So anyways, I hope this is helpful for you guys. Comment below if you guys use Honda generators. I'd be interested to know if you like them or not. So anyways, Dave here with Affordable Door and Gate. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.